So good afternoon, everyone. I have to say I'm so excited. Thank you all for being here in this historic setting of the Benjamin Franklin Room here at the Department of State. I'm Kat Fotovat, the Senior Bureau Official for the Secretary's Office of Global Women's Issues, or SGWE as we call it here. I'm so honored to be with you all today at the 19th Annual International Women of Courage Award Ceremony. We are so excited to have so many distinguished guests and our courageous awardees. I'm so glad the weather in DC greeted you all with our beautiful cherry blossoms and a million blooms, just like the courage blooming all over the world, inspired by the incredible women we honor here today. Established by former Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice, this annual award celebrates women leaders from around the world who have demonstrated exceptional courage, strength, and leadership, often at great personal risk or sacrifice. 19 years, which is the same age as my son, is a testament to the importance of this award and the work it represents, a clear and powerful statement that the United States strongly supports the participation and protection of women and girls, the defense of their human rights, and their empowerment. None of this would be possible without leadership and support at the highest levels, starting with President Trump. Thank you to First Lady Melania Trump and Secretary Rubio for your deep, long-standing commitment to women and girls globally. We are so thrilled to have so many members of the Cabinet and Congress and their staff here as well. I'm so proud to be here representing SGWE. Our mission has been to promote the rights and empowerment of women and girls globally as a cornerstone of U.S. foreign policy. As President Trump said, when women are empowered to participate in civic and economic life, their communities, their families, and countries are more prosperous, healthy, and safe. My office works across three main areas that, as the Secretary outlined, advances the President's America First vision. Making America safer by ensuring the protection of women and girls from violence, a central part of securing our border, combating terrorism, and fostering global peace and security. Making America stronger by advancing women's meaningful participation in political, peace, and security processes, leading to longer-lasting peace and stability around the world. Making America more prosperous by supporting women's economic empowerment and fostering American investments, innovation, and interest over our strategic competitors. Now, the International Women of Courage Awards highlight the critical role women play in peace and stability. The 8 individuals who you will learn more about in just a moment embody those American values abroad and promote efforts that their countries and regions are more secure. I am pleased now to introduce their stories to you. Please see the screen.
At the House of Hope, I lead efforts to support survivors of gender-based violence, sorcery accusation-related violence, and trafficking in persons. I am passionate about shaping a network of change makers to build a country where everyone can live free from violence.
Experience as a child marriage survivor motivated me to start up the organization so that I can be able to tackle issues of early marriage within my community and South Sudan at large. WOJE has empowered more than 15,000 survivors in the community.
أعمل في مجال المختطفين والمخفيين قسرا والمعتقلين تعسفا. نعمل مع الأمهات وبنات الرابطة والنساء المختطفين من أجل الإفراج عن أبنائهم، والسلام دائما يبدأ من قلوب الأمهات.
Every person with disabilities deserves fair treatment. This is my life work and the mission of my organization. The work continues, but we are confident we have tools. Change is possible.
La question des droits humains est très problématique parce que mal compris, j'ai des motifs de satisfaction quand je réussis à convaincre les autorités à défendre un défenseur des droits humains, et aussi quand des personnes braquées contre les droits humains me disent « Madame, à l'issue de votre sensibilisation, j'ai compris, je m'engage à sensibiliser ma communauté. »
On October 7th, I was taken hostage by Hamas terrorists. I survived 55 days in captivity. Upon my release, I vowed to tell my story because keeping it inside would destroy me. Courage for me means standing up for what you believe in. It means being true to your values and choosing hope and love even when faced with darkness.
I'm a journalist, and that's how I want people to see myself, and that's how I've made people see myself. The corruption story is unfortunately not going to end, and the impact I want to have is not to change governments. I want systems to change. I want laws to be put in place. I want institutions to be strengthened so that people are not able to abuse them. And that is what we have, as investigative journalists, always fought for, and that's what I will keep fighting for.
Conserving Tubataha is ensuring the food security of the country. As a marine protected area, we have become a model for other marine protected areas. We have brought pride to the country, and we have contributed to the global conservation goals. For me, courage means making a decision, making one's choices despite the uncertainties.
I think you can see the clear courage amongst all these incredible women. Now, it is my distinct honor to introduce, from the great state of Florida, like myself, our Secretary of State, Marco Rubio. Go Gators! Secretary Rubio has been a long, dedicated champion for women and girls around the world. As a U.S. Senator, he worked tirelessly to advance policies that strengthen women's roles in peace and security efforts, recognize their critical contributions to global security and American strength. He also worked to ensure that girls, particularly in conflict zones, have access to education. He played pivotal roles in making sure their efforts to end violence and human trafficking, striving to create safer environments for women and girls around the world. As a father of daughters, I know his passion for these issues is also deeply personal, driving his commitment to a future where all women and girls have the opportunity to lead, succeed, and thrive. Mr. Secretary, over to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much for all of you for being here. Madam First Lady, thank you for joining us. We're so honored you would be here today with us at the State Department. All of our award recipients, you'll hear about them more in a moment. You saw that video, very moving, very touching. We'll learn more about them. All of my colleagues and distinguished guests. A special recognition for the members of our cabinet who are here today. Why don't you guys stand up so we can recognize you? Our Attorney General, the Secretary of Small Business, of Education, and of Labor. And we're missing Tulsi Gabbard because she's probably spying somewhere right now. So she's busy. But thank you for being here and joining us on this. And good afternoon and welcome to the State Department. This is a beautiful room. We don't use it often enough. But this is an appropriate setting in which to use it. And we're so grateful to be honoring this year's International Women of Courage awardees. This has been going on since 2007 when one of my predecessors, Secretary Condoleezza Rice, instituted this award. And since then, recognize over 200 women for their work promoting peace and prosperity and human rights in communities and in countries across the world. And what we recognize here more than that is not just their work, but the fact that they do so oftentimes at extraordinary risk to themselves, to their families, to their loved ones. Not just important work, but work that took courage. And that's why we recognize 8 women with the International Women of Courage Award here today. I'd briefly like to honor a leader. You saw her a moment ago, Katrina Fotovat. Did I say that right? Katrina, we call her Kat. Okay, there. And she's done a great job. Without you and your team putting this together, it would not have been possible. Thank you. I want to also personally thank the woman of courage who lives in my home, my wife Jeanette, who rarely gets to join us. And I say that relatively speaking because, courage is, there are challenges with 3 kids under 22 years of age or 23, as you know, especially a 17-year-old that's still in high school, and they had the world figured out. Anyway, thank you, because without her, I would not be able to do this. So we thank you very much and for being here today. At the State Department and under President Trump, we try to take every opportunity to defend and to promote women and girls across the world. During his first term, President Trump made women's economic opportunity an imperative. He established the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative, which to date has reached over 12 million women worldwide. At home, during his first term, female unemployment reached the lowest level in 50 years. President Trump also signed the Women, Peace, and Security Act, a bill that I was very proud to have been a co-sponsor of when I was in the Senate. And it was the first comprehensive law passed in any country in the world, first law passed by any country anywhere in the world, focused on protecting women and promoting their participation in society. President Trump is also working now to fulfill his promise to end a brutal war that's going on in Europe as well as in the Middle East. Wars that aren't just costing the lives of soldiers and civilians, but where women in these wars, in these conflicts, as you will hear somewhat today, are kidnapped, and they're assaulted, they're displaced, they're killed, their families are in danger. And one of our honorees today knows that too well, because on 7th October of 2023, Amit Susana was abducted from her home by Hamas. And upon her release, she shared details of the sexual violence she endured as a hostage, which allowed medical professionals to document the atrocities that she suffered. And this was at a time when people were denying that these atrocities were being committed, and even blaming Israel for Hamas's brutality. Her bravery, her advocacy brings much needed attention to the scourge of sexual violence and conflicts all over the world. Even as I speak to you now, there is sexual violence going on somewhere in the world in these various conflicts. It is a scourge. There is so much more to be said about the accomplishments and the courage and the leadership of each of these great women. And let me reaffirm the importance of protecting women and girls and promoting their well-being are American goals, but they also happen to be a strong goal of our president, President Donald Trump. So to our honorees, congratulations and thank you for your work to create a safer and more secure and just world. In a moment, it'll be my distinct honor to welcome the First Lady of the United States to speak to you. She too is a woman of tremendous courage and of great accomplishment. She's an inspirational leader. Through her Be Best initiative, and her work now advocating the Take It Down Act, she's protected women and girls online and promoted their health and well-being. So, Madam First Lady, thank you so much for being with us today. I look forward to continuing to work with you to promote the well-being and prosperity of Americans. So, ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome, it's a great honor to welcome the First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump.
Thank you. Please sit down, please. Thank you. Good afternoon, and thank you, Secretary Rubio. Throughout my life, I have harnessed the power of love as a source of strength during challenging times. Love has inspired me to embrace forgiveness, nurture empathy, and exhibit bravery in the face of unforeseen obstacles. Today, we celebrate courage, a strength that is based in love. This truth is illustrated through our honorees, who prove that love can inspire extraordinary valor, even in the face of vulnerability. Their remarkable stories, a testament to the power of love in practice for family, community, and our world. This is especially evident in places where their passion defies convention
and when it has been shown at great personal risk of stigma, persecution, or harm. The courageous Georgiana Pescu, one of our award recipients, exemplifies love in action. Georgiana is a watchdog who defends the dignity of Romanians whose voices cannot be heard. She fearlessly enters facilities designated as care centers to rescue people with disabilities who are unwittingly held captive. In fact, Georgiana usually shows up unannounced and discovers the unimaginable. Helpless adults and children bound, sedated, starving, and in extreme cases dying. Thanks to Georgiana's brave work, dozens of offenders have been charged with human trafficking, exploitation, and even organized crime. We are honored to join an exceptional assembly of brave women who have shown their love and refuse to let fear or hardship define them. Their collective achievements and dedication move us all. Let us also take a moment to acknowledge those who persist in their struggles. For each of them, love serves as a powerful catalyst, instilling in a profound sense of purpose in their endeavors. To the women who are driven to speak out for justice, even though their voices are trembling. To the women who are motivated to rise up for their community when others remain indifferent. To the women who feel compelled to heal wounds caused by hatred and cherish peace. The 2025 International Women of Courage Award recipients came from diverse backgrounds and regions. Yet, love transcends boundaries and territories. It is a universal language. Their courage propels us of humanity forward by advocating to end violence against women and girls, promoting democratic governance, defending human rights, championing education, and fighting injustice. Through their efforts, they instigate progress for all of humanity. These extraordinary women illuminate the transformative power of love in shaping our world. Their journeys remind us that true courage is born from a deep commitment to others, showing that love fuels the call for justice. Through their brave actions, they inspire us to embrace our own potential for change, teaching us that while courage drives us forward, it is love that lays the groundwork for lasting impact. Let their stories motivate us to take courageous steps, knowing that each act of love can spark a ripple of transformation. Thank you, and thank you for being here today.
Thank you. Beautiful remarks, weren't they? Just lovely. Thank you, everyone. I'm Tammy Bruce. I'm the spokesperson for the U.S. State Department. You guys are also great. Great looking room here. And it's an honor and a pleasure to be here with all of you. So good afternoon, Madam First Lady, Secretary Rubio, Mrs. Rubio, and distinguished guests. Today we celebrate the extraordinary achievements of 8 women from across the globe who have demonstrated unparalleled courage, resilience, and leadership in the face of adversity. These remarkable individuals have shown us that courage knows no boundaries and that the strength of the human spirit can overcome even the most daunting challenges. As we honor these exceptional women, we are reminded of the importance of their work and the impact these women have had on their own communities and beyond. Their stories inspire us to continue striving for a world where every woman and girl can live free from fear, discrimination, and violence. We are deeply grateful for their contributions, and for the example that they set for future generations. Their courage reminds us that each of us has the power to effect that change and that together we can build a more just and peaceful world. And they're here with us today, not just on video, but these women have joined us today here on this stage. It is an honor to stand here with all of you. And we have some awards. We're going to begin that right now. Here we go. First of all, Amit Susanna from Israel was the first Israeli hostage from the October 7th attack to publicly recount the sexual violence she suffered while held captive in Gaza by Hamas. By bravely speaking out about the unspeakable horrors she endured, she showed the world the power that one individual can have when faced with unimaginable cruelty. Shall we? Here we go. Amit Susanna. Thank you. Henriette Da from Burkina Faso is a human rights defender and a leader in organizations that promote religious tolerance and women's rights. In 2018, she was appointed president of the National Human Rights Commission in Burkina Faso. Henriette Da. Major Valina Higa from Papua New Guinea is a key figure in combating trafficking of and violence against women for over a decade. Her efforts have caused systemic changes in her country and have helped protect the most vulnerable people. Valina Higa. Angelique Sanko from the Philippines, also known as Mama Ranger, leads a small team of rangers protecting the Tabuta Reefs National Park from illegal fishing and poaching. Her work on maritime law enforcement includes a passion for rehabilitation and conservation. Under her leadership, the reef has seen dramatic decreases in trespassers in that protected area. Angelique Sanko. Mama Ranger. Okay. Yes. Beautiful. Georgiana Pascu from Romania has fought relentlessly for decades to secure the rights and safe treatment of thousands of children and adults with disabilities. She is leading the way in helping the world understand that women, girls, and persons with disabilities deserve to be protected. Georgiana Pascu. Beautiful. Zabib Musa Loro Bakit from South Sudan is a women's rights leader in post-conflict settings and has held several regional and national leadership positions. Ms. Bakit is the founder and executive director of Women for Justice and Equality, the leading implementer of women, peace, and security grassroots programming across South Sudan. Zabib Musa Loro Bakit. Namini Vijay Dasu from Sri Lanka is an award-winning investigative journalist, initially chronicling the human toll of Sri Lanka's civil conflict and while working to combat corruption to bring accountability to those in power. Her work not only aims to hold the most powerful accountable, but also fosters dialogue on reconciliation, paving the way for a new generation of reporters. Namini Wajidasa. Ahmad El-Salam Abdullah Abdo El-Haj from Yemen continues to be a powerful voice in bringing international attention to the plight of thousands of Yemeni detainees and their families. Ms. Haj and her organization, the Abductees Mothers Association, has played a pivotal role in documenting the abductions of over 9,500 people and securing the release of 950 forcibly disappeared individuals. It is just remarkable dynamic. Ahmad El-Salam Abdullah Abdul El-Haj. Beautiful. Thank you, everyone. Beautifully done. Thank you. Thank you very much. And now, if I may, furthering here, I have the distinct honor of honoring once again, welcoming Amit Susanna from Israel to the podium to speak with you a bit more, providing her remarks about her journey. Amit.
Distinguished guests, fellow women of courage, Secretary of State Marco Rubio, and Madam First Lady Melania Trump. It's a pleasure being here today. It is with deep gratitude that I stand before you today as an awardee of the 2025 International Women of Courage Award, alongside the courageous women here, women that I'm honored and grateful to have met. This is an honor I never imagined receiving, and one I wish I didn't have to accept under these circumstances. My name is Amit Susanna, and I am a survivor. On October 7th, my world changed forever. I was taken hostage by Hamas and held captive for 55 days. 55 days of fear, of pain, and of being stripped of every freedom I once took for granted. In captivity, I had no control over my body, no control over my life. I resisted as best as I could, but it was not enough to stop what happened to me. The darkness was suffocating, yet even in the darkness, there was one thing they could not have taken from me: the strength my mother installed in me, the belief that we must always stand for what is right, no matter the cost. Courage to me means standing up for what you believe in, even when the odds are against you. It means staying true to your values, choosing hope when despair threatens to take over, and choosing love when confronted with hate. It is an incredible honor to stand before you today, but it is also a deeply painful moment. While I am here, my friends remained in the darkness. 543 long days and nights. They are still suffering, still waiting, still hoping. Their voices remain unheard, so I will speak for them. We cannot move forward until they are free. I vowed that if I would survive, I would never be silent. I would speak not just for myself, but for every woman who had been silenced. When I first told my story, I only wanted to raise awareness about the horrors of captivity and the terror of October 7th. But my story became part of a much bigger conversation, one about sexual violence, about war, and about the unimaginable strength of women in the face of brutality. Women from all over the world reach out to me, sharing their own stories, their own pain. Their suffering is real, their wounds are deep, and yet they endure, because that is what we as women do. Today, I understand the true meaning of freedom in a way that I never did before, not as something to be taken for granted, but as something fragile and scarce. To simply step outside and look at the sky, to see the moon and the stars, to breathe, to choose one's own path. These are privileges I will never again overlook. In Israel, we're about to celebrate Passover, the story of liberation, of breaking free from bondage. But this will be the second Passover that the hostages remain in captivity. And across the world, Christians will celebrate Easter, a time of renewal and hope. But for too many families, there is no renewal, only waiting, only longing. They fear for what their loved ones are enduring and whether they will ever get to see them again. I accept this award not for myself, but in the name of all the brave women of Israel, the women who endure, who led, who refuse to break. Women are stronger, we are the stronger gender, not because we do not feel pain, but because we rise from it, because we fight, not just for ourselves, but for those who cannot fight for themselves. Sorry. This award comes at a critical moment. The hostages cannot wait. Every single day that passes is another day of unimaginable suffering. With every passing moment, their pain deepens, their hope fades, and their chances of survival diminish. I call on the world to act, to bring them home now, not tomorrow, not next week, now. I am deeply grateful to President Trump and his administration for their role in the last hostages exchange. And I trust that they will continue their efforts until every last hostage is free. The International Woman of Courage Award is more than an honor. It is a responsibility. It is a reminder that courage is not just about standing strong. It is about standing together. It is about fighting for those who cannot fight for themselves. It is about choosing justice over silence, action over fear. I want to express my deepest gratitude to the U.S. Secretary of State for its dedication to the International Woman of Courage Award. For years, this initiative has honored extraordinary women who champion justice, equality, and human rights, amplifying their voices and inspiring change worldwide. Their stories remind us all of the profound impact that one person's bravery can have over the world. By recognizing their courage, the State Department has played a vital role in empowering women. Thank you for continuing this important tradition, for supporting these courageous leaders, and for ensuring that their efforts do not go unnoticed. May we never stop fighting for those in the darkness. May we never take our freedom for granted. And may we as women continue to lead the way towards justice, towards peace, and toward a world where no one is left behind. Thank you.
Thank you, Amit, for those incredibly powerful remarks. Your story and those of the other women honored here today represent the stories of countless courageous women around the world who each day make their communities and regions safe and more peaceful and more secure. To all of our IWOC awardees, and you all haven't seen this, but they are such sisters right now already, and it's been just a few days, and it's beautiful, and I have so many funny stories to tell of all of them. To all of our IWOC awardees, Henrit, Amit, Major Valina, Angelique, Georgiana, Zabib, Namini, and Ahmad. Your tireless, courageous, inspiring work drives us forward. I have to also, I'm going to take a moment and quote our First Lady, that courage is strength in love. That was beautiful. Thank you so much. Your bravery and tenacity to defend the rights and liberties of the most in need embodies American values abroad. May a million flowers continue to bloom all over the world from the power of your courage and voices. I also want to take a moment to, again, acknowledge that the Madeleine Albright Honorary Group Award for International Women of Courage is given to the student women protesters of Bangladesh. And I want to thank all of our awardees for traveling great distances, taking great risk to themselves and their families to accept this award. Our sincere hope is that this award will be a stepping stone that will help you reach more people with your incredibly important work. And we will all, in this room and everyone watching, continue to be champions for those efforts. In closing, I want to again thank our First Lady, our amazing First Lady, Mrs. Melania Trump. Please, another round of applause. And my boss, Secretary Rubio. And Mrs. Rubio for generously hosting today's ceremony. And I also want to thank our spokesperson, Tammy Bruce, for just taking the time to always be such a champion and doing our daily press briefings across the department and continuing to champion the efforts of women. I also want to thank the First Lady's team, as well as Councilor Needham's team, the Assistant Secretary Exner's team, for all their efforts in making today possible. And a huge, huge shout out to our wonderful SGW Secretary Office of Global Women's Issues team as well. And finally, I want to extend our wonderful thanks to our Bureau of Education and Cultural Affairs for their continued partnership on the IWalk program, especially our International Visitors Program, for all your steadfast collaboration. We are so grateful for you all to be here today, and there is a reception in the Jefferson Room next door, so please, please join us for that. And again, thank you to all these incredible women of courage.